4-finger players are way better than 2-finger players. Here's why. So I used to be a 2-finger player ever since I started mobile gaming, but I wanted to get better, so I decided to try claw. And now after 3 years, I can never look back. So I decided to make the most detailed guide on how you can switch from 2 to 4 fingers easily. Let's start with why should you switch. I used to think I'm a good thumb player, so why bother switching if I can defeat claw players even with thumb. But now when I look back, there's just so much benefits. The amount of improvements in your gameplay is just insane. For starters, the ability to do 4 things at once instead of 2 is insanely powerful, like moving, shooting, jumping and crouching. You can control when to hip fire and when to scope in, which makes a big difference in close range fights. You can also jump fire or crouch spam, making you a much harder target to hit. Once you switch to claw, there's no going back, but switching is not easy, and this is where people quit. I also had the same problem, but here's how I switched to claw. As I said, I have been playing with 2 fingers ever since I started mobile gaming, and directly switching to 4 fingers was just extremely hard. I tried 4-finger setup, but it was insanely difficult. I kept on dying, lost every single easy fight. Going from 2 to 4 was just too much for me, but I was not giving up yet. So here's what I did. I started with a 3-finger setup. This made it much easier to adapt to the switch. The biggest difference 3 fingers make is you can now hip fire in close range and ADS for ranged fights. This is the 3-finger HUD layout that I used. You can move with the left thumb, and with the right thumb you can now move your aim, ADS, jump and slide, while the 3rd finger, which is the left index finger, is now used to fire. I have seen people with 3-finger setups do this mistake, which is shooting with their right thumb as you do in 2-finger setups. But that's a huge mistake as it slows down your reaction time. You see, I'm running around the map scanning for enemies, and then I have to lift my thumb to press the shoot button. But having the index finger to shoot is the way to go. This significantly increases your reaction time, which is crucial for a shooter game. It took me around 2 weeks to become fully comfortable and master the 3-finger settings. So if you struggle to switch to 4 fingers, then switching to 3 first makes the transition to 4 much easier. After playing on 3 fingers for almost a month, I tried claw again. Keep in mind, whenever you switch to a new HUD, you are going to play worse and you will feel like going back. But trust me, do not give up. Just give it a week and you will start getting better than you used to be. Anyways, here's the 4-finger HUD layout that I use. In this setup, you will use your right index finger to aim down sight, jump, crouch or prone, which is what your right thumb used to do. The other fingers will pretty much keep on doing what they did with the 3-finger setup. Playing with 4 fingers initially is really difficult. Building up that coordination between all your fingers requires practice, but once you do that, which usually will take a week or 2 to get good at it, you can feel how much your gameplay has improved. The gamer in you will be at its peak as your reaction time will significantly improve. Your movement ability allows you to be nimble and makes you a harder target to hit. You have control over your gameplay, like when to hip fire or when to scope in, and better aim. Give it a month and you will never go back to 2 or 3 fingers. Now you might think, what about 5 or 6 fingers then? But to be honest, the value doesn't go up by that much after 4 fingers, especially on a phone. And most tablet players find it too much to handle in exchange for nothing. If this video helped you switch, I'll be glad to hear your progress story, and I'm sure others will be motivated by it as well. So kindly share. Anyways, that's it for me in this video. Catch you in the next one.